Today, I would like to share what Buddha said regarding application of mindfulness meditation in daily life. You have practiced meditation for the last 10 days. During those 10 days, you have developed some strong experience and some skill to observe mental phenomena, physical phenomena. You also learn how to let go instead of holding and grabbing to those phenomena. All our life, we cling to our dear self, our dear me and mine, our dear surrounding based on our relationship with the families and friends. Not only to living things, we also have every attachment to everything we use as my house, my car, etc. Buddha teach to view everything without any labeling. Mindfulness meditation teach us to transcend, to overcome the deeply grounded notions of I and me. Without I and me, we suffer, I suffer. Without I and me, we just only see suffering. We just only see arising and passing, going on. This is how Buddha's teaching perfectly functions and can be applicable in daily life. Even if one's mind may have suffering due to social conditions, external circumstances, one can keep one's mind strong and balanced. I hope you may remember what Buddha said regarding the 6 benefits of long-term practice. One of the benefits is called Priyanta Satta Dukkha. Suffering is limited, not unlimited to meditator. Ordinary people, they suffer a lot. Whenever something unpleasant comes up, whatever something unpleasant happen to them. But for the meditator, especially for serious and committed meditator, situation is different. He knows how to handle his mental states and mental reaction. He knows how to adjust, how to apply mindfulness meditation. That's how suffering has become a limited experience for a committed meditator. In everyday situation, mindfulness can create an insulation against daily problems. It can create private space, a space of peace and shelter. This is said by Buddha, not by me. If a person is a committed meditator, he regularly maintains daily practice. He regularly take care of the mental well-being. He understands the mind is everything as long as one's alive. Most people, they don't have this understanding. They just only know the body, physical body, how to wash and clean up, how to dress up, how to feed, how to beautify, how to take care of their body. They only know about the physical body, not spiritual body. This is a very clear distinction, clear difference between meditator and non-meditator. Meditators, they care about not only physical body and physical existence, they also care about spiritual being and spiritual side of life. Because these two things are always coexisting. These two things always coexist. Body, mind, body. Without body, the mind is nothing. Without the mind, body is nothing. This is very clear. For example, in front of you, I'm just sitting and giving talk. Why I can talk? Because I have an active mind, an active consciousness still functioning inside this body. The moment the heart stops beating, this body becomes meaningless. Nobody will keep it in that place, even for a day. It becomes meaningless. So, body complements the spirit and mind. Spirit or the mind complements the body. They coexist. They coordinate. One need to take care not only their body, but also their mind. Meditation is the mental care. Don't forget that. We understand bodily care. Everybody in the world, they understand body care. They don't understand mental care. Without mental care, people suffer. This is very clear and obvious in daily society. You see the news about people committing suicide, people committing very bad crimes, people committing very dirty and nasty things. These people are not to blame. The real culprit is the mind. If the mind has a criminal characters and criminal condition, then it commits crime. When the mind is depressed and they no longer enjoy life, they no longer find happiness in everyday existence. So they gave up. This is how depression and stress inflict heavy suffering on people. When you see in the big city, such as San Francisco and Portland and Pennsylvania, you see on the roadside homeless people, drug addict people. People see them as homeless and tragic. I see them as miserable people whose mind creates such miserable conditions. Why? They don't know how to get out of the addiction. They don't know. They just fall back in the vicious cycle of the suffering and misery. You can understand how a very weak and very fragile, very shaky mind become the victim of desire and their emotion. They cannot get out of it. In this case, they just have weak mind, not strong mind. We are very, very lucky to have this wonderful spiritual training called mindfulness meditation. We need to learn how to practice. We need to learn how to apply in our daily life. We need to learn how to develop mindfulness skill. In Buddhist texts, the teaching of the Dhamma, the teaching of Buddha, in this case, the teaching of Buddha can be divided into two categories. The first is all the teachings and everything that's taught by the Buddha. They are recorded in Buddhist texts. They serve as guiding principle, guideposts, like the stop sign of the street and traffic light on the junction. The purpose of setting up traffic light and stop sign is to keep everybody safe and to prevent unnecessary problem and suffering. Please remember this example I use. All the teachings recorded in Tipitaka texts are like the signposts and traffic lights. They are beacon of wisdom. They are the light of hope. They are the guide for daily living. They serve as principle, guideline. This is the first part of the Dhamma. The second part of the Dhamma is the Dhamma of attainment. The Dhamma to attain, Dhamma to achieve, Dhamma to enjoy. What are they? They are the benefits one can get through following of noble teaching of the Buddha, through application of the noble teachings of the Buddha, such as getting mental peace and happiness, purification of the mind, development of a very strong and stable mind, which is not easily shaken by emotions and by ups and downs of life, and the ability to remain calm and peaceful even in the face of suffering and great challenge. Also entering into the very strong, deep mental states of concentration called jhana. The ability to eradicate and remove mental defilement kilesa once and for all. Ability to remain joyous and peaceful all throughout life. Ability to develop psychic power for those a few gifted ones who are gifted with the past good paramis. The results are endless. These results, positive results, positive outcomes, are Dhamma of attainment, or the Dhamma or the results to be attained. Once you understand the Dhamma in these two categories, you will know both plays important role, both plays important part in our daily life. Buddha mentioned outstanding characteristic of his teaching. Now I would like to share some of those outstanding characteristics. The first characteristic is the ability to loosen the grip and the hold, firm grip and firm hold of attachment. We used to hold everything around us, everyone around us, and including our body, my feeling, my memory, my mind, my son, my daughter, my family, and my God. Everything we view in terms of possession and possessor. Once you practice Dhamma, you loosen your hold, your firm grip. You no longer hold as me and mine. Instead, the body and the mind, as long as one is alive, one are going to use this body, one are going to live through this body. This body as a vehicle, spirit or consciousness as an occupant, both interact and coordinate in everyday experience, everyday life. You start seeing all the problems as passing phenomena, all daily issues as a passing phenomena. You no longer sway, you no longer manipulated by any bad or good situation. Instead, you can maintain calm and peaceful. To understand this, what I use is slow burning amber. On the outward level, there's no flame, no fire, just only ash. A person come and see, oh, all these are ash. And there's no danger. So that person approached and stand on that thick layer of the white ash. After standing for a while, the heat comes up. Because there is a slow burning, persistent amber down below. So the heat comes up. Then his soul starts burning. He yells, oh, this is hot. And so he had to jump out of that. All the possessions, every material then we hold attached to are like slow burning fire. On the outer surface, no problem. But in the long-term handling, we start feeling pain, stress, and suffering. If a person knows this is slow burning amber, he will be very cautious. He will handle it with a cautious mind. He will always use precaution. Like the fire extinguisher I have explained the other day, he will be able to handle everything very well. Meditation is like that. So the first characteristic is if you practice Dhamma, it has the capacity to reduce or to loosen your palm hold and palm grab on everything as me and mine, and they are going to be eternal form, my eternal possession, etc. You no longer hold such kind of enlightened, unwise notion. Instead, you just accept as it is. So this is the first outstanding aspect. In other religions, everything, they teach about eternity, how to hold, how to grab. So in case they have to face miserable condition, they don't know, they become hopeless, they don't know what to do. They cannot find the way out. So they just terminate themselves, they take their own life. This is a great outstanding aspect of Buddha's teaching. Now, second characteristic is unshaken. In Pali, it's called anejam. Anejam means unshaken and unshakable. What does it mean? Unshaken on its own, unshakable by others, by other internal, external factor. To explain in detail when a person make great progress in meditation, such as developing a specific stage of insight knowledge, attaining any specific stage of the enlightenment, one's mind become unshaken. His understanding, his insight knowledge developed in intensive meditation become a source of strength, a source of mental strength. So he no longer shakes. So the Dhamma itself is unshaken by pollutants and negative states. Anyone who develop and who realize the Dhamma, such as by developing the insight knowledge or by attaining a specific stage of enlightenment, the first stage, second stage, or etc. The mind and that person as well become unshakable. For his Dhamma knowledge is unshaken. That person who didn't progress in the spiritual path is also unshakable. So Dhamma both ways itself is not shaken and also not shakeable. That's what it means. In other words, this word aneja means powerful. Powerful. When a meditator makes substantial progress, his mind, in his understanding, his realization of the Dhamma itself is very powerful. As a result, that person also becomes powerful, not shaking anymore, not miserable, Now another characteristic is called asoka. Asoka means worry-free, being free of worry and anxiety. When a person practices Dhamma, he knows everything, everyone is just only passing phenomena. Even one has to face sudden death at one point. Other people, friends and families and all living beings, they are always in a state of transition, on a state of the passing phenomena. That is only visible and noticeable phenomena. Even before we die, there is a moment of arising and passing, happening inside the body. So the physical death of a person is no longer made any distinction for the competent meditator, because every day, every moment, we are subject to rising and passing. This body, mental phenomena, physical phenomena, everything around us is always constantly subject to rising and passing by natural law of their own accord. No one can stop. Unstoppable change, unstoppable transition. He has clear understanding. The meditator has clear understanding of that. So he just accepts as it is. That's why it's called asoka. When a person makes progress and attain a particular stage of insight, knowledge, and enlightenment, he can be worry-free. He can remain, he will be free from anxiety or worry or sadness. He will be no longer devastated. How wonderful this benefits is. Next outstanding characteristic is called asankhata. A means not. Sankhata means condition, not condition, not created. When a person attains supreme peace of Nibbana in the highest level of attainment, that supreme peace and bliss is unconditioned. This is an outstanding characteristic. This word usually and specifically refers to Nibbana. When a person achieved complete eradication of suffering and total peace with a lasting value and lasting character, that peace of Nibbana is unconditioned. Even if you may not achieve that state yet, you can achieve some degree of the peace in your progressive stage of meditation. That peace is also very wonderful, because that peace is unadulterated. Unadulterated with the pollutant. It is called the asankulata sukha. Asankulata means non-polluted. Sukha, happiness. Now let me explain, there are two kinds of happiness. One is called sankulata sukha, polluted happiness, contaminated with the unnecessary follow-up. Another is asankulata sukha, pure, unadulterated, unpolluted happiness. The joy you develop through meditation in progressive stage, where you make progress, is unadulterated, unpolluted happiness. Polluted happiness is every form of happiness young people, old people used to enjoy in the nightclub, in the hotel, in the festival, at the parties, at the karaoke bar. They go there and they drink, they dance, and then when they are tired or when they thought they enjoy is they just go and take the drugs, and once they got high, they dance and join. Joy is adulterated, mixed with the drug, mixed with the unnecessary consequence. Sometimes some of them they overdose and they got breakdown. Some of them die, and they even fight among themselves. They don't know how to control. Their joy and their happiness is adulterated happiness, adulterated with the follow-up, unnecessary follow-up. The meditator's joy in the progress stage is very calm, peaceful, and always causing joy and peace. That's the difference. Now, next one, the last one, is called Apatikulian. Apatikulian, means not. Patikulian, boring, not boring. This characteristic is also interesting. To make a practical example in daily life, perhaps some of you may want to buy a Porsche or Rolls-Royce car because it is a very important sign of the wealth. Let's say that person already bought the best car in the world, Porsche or Rolls-Royce. In the beginning, he is happy driving it. To be on the car, he is happy. But after a few years, he got bored. He wanted to change a new car. And also think about your favorite food. My favorite food is chocolate. If you have chocolate every day, you get bored with the chocolate. You no longer want to eat. This kind of nature is called the boring state. People get bored with the everyday thing they use. This is called the boring condition, boring characteristic. Even the best and the most wonderful thing, they lost their appeal, their allure. They no longer interest. They can no longer interest anyone. When a person constantly seeing or using it. That's why you see a lot of the Hollywood stars and movie stars and billionaires and billionaires. They got married, they break up, they remarry, they break up again, causing a lot of the suffering to children and everything. This is how the boredom arises. In the case of the Dhamma, it is not boring. It can maintain, it is a peaceful nature. That's why Buddha enlightened is saying, they enter into Nibbana in their life for 7 days continuously, without eating, without drinking, without going to toilet, without getting up, without body change. How they can remain in such spiritual bliss of Nibbana? Because it is untiring and boring. So the peace and the bliss they enter, they enjoy, they experience is unboring, not boring. Buddha can remain in that state for 7 days without food. The spiritual bliss itself is powerful. It provides necessary protection and nutrition for the Buddha and for those enlightened saints. That's why it's called Apatikulian, not boring. May you experience these outstanding benefits by yourself by making progress in your practice. May you be able to create your own space, your own private shelter when you go back to home through application of mindfulness meditation. May you live life in peace and happiness.
สาธุ